everyone, Entire 8-Bit Game Hunter here. This is going to be my gaming moment back in time video for the week. Usually I do this would have done this yesterday, but my new work schedule's in place and I'm still adapting to it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be moving some of my video times around. If I'm still going to do Tuesday, Thursday, if I'm going to mix them up and do something like on the weekend, since those are my 2 days when I'm off. We'll work it out as we go along. I'm going to have to work on that and figure out what I want to do. But this week, time for my gaming moment back in time, game of the week. And this is a game that for Super Nintendo people opened the door for a lot more video gaming for your Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And that would be Super Game Boy. Now, I always thought it would be cool, hey, can we take Nintendo games and play on my Super Nintendo as backwards compatible? Something that Atari 7800 was able to do with the 2600 games. And also for that matter, what the 5200 could do with the 2600 games. I always thought it would have been cool when I got my Super Nintendo if we can go back and do Nintendo games on it. And this is, I guess, the answer to my prayers for what Nintendo was willing to do. It's a regular Super Game Boy. You just grab yourself a Game Boy game, just flip it right in. Now you plug it into your Super Nintendo, turn it on, and you got Game Boy games for your Super Nintendo. This opens the door to play a lot more of the games that you grew up playing, Mario Land, Tetris, without having to go out and buy all the different cartridges for the Super Nintendo. If I remember correctly, back in the day when most video games were $50 brand new, I believe this was $60. So it's an extra $10 more, but the extra gaming that you got out of it, it literally opened your Super Nintendo up to play hundreds of games. Open the volume for an extra hundreds and hundreds of games for your Super Nintendo. And for $60, that is a great deal. That might be one of the best. This actually might be one of the best cartridges for the Super Nintendo period, in that respect alone. Instead of having a 4-in-1 cartridge that has 4 games built into it, how about you sell a cartridge that you can play over 100 games on your Super Nintendo at a moment's notice by just plugging them in. And like I said, it's the same thing they did with the 5200. They did a 2600 backwards compatible cartridge, and you just plug your 2600 cartridge in and you were ready to go. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games available for your Atari 5200 through the way of the 2600 library. And that, my friend, is video gaming at its finest. When you can do backwards compatibility and be able to enjoy more games on your system that you didn't have to go out and spend any more money to do. And for this week, September 11th, 2013, the game of the week, Super Game Boy. Feel free to leave comments, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Was this a good pick? Is there a game you want to see? I'd be loving to hear what you guys have to say on this topic. And also, I'm probably going to be, I'll tell you right now, I'll do my gaming video this week, this Thursday, for my pickup video on Thursday, but I think I'm going to be moving everything to Sunday night. And that is just because I work Monday through Friday now instead of working doubles twice a week. And it's just going to be too crazy for me trying to keep up with the videos and work and sleep and everything else. So I think I'm going to do the pickup videos on Sunday. And I'm just going to have to work these gaming videos in probably like Wednesdays or something. You know, break it up so we have a little something to view on the middle of the week and at the end of the week. Okay, if you notice behind me, just move over a little bit. I got a new shelf in from the Goodwill in, what town was that in? I want to say Fairview, but I know, Fairfield, there we go. The Goodwill in Fairfield had that 6'8" shelf unit. And it ended up going for $5. And I bought it thinking, maybe now I have a different way to display my Atari 8-bit games, and just like the last shelf I bought, it's going to be coming up way short for me to display the games the way I want. So they're going to be stuck on the original brown shelves I had a bit longer. But it wasn't bad for $5, and I'm just going to be using it now, I think, just for Gameboy equipment. The top half will just be display of systems, and then on the bottom there I'm going to put games. Let me just think, is there anything else I really want to show you guys? I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I'll swing the camera around. I got a new TV, a mini flat screen 19-inch TV for my cabinet, shelving unit. Now I'm going to be able to play the 2600, 52, 78, NES, SNES, Genesis, N64, and a few other systems on that television at the same time. And going in between systems is going to be real simple. Really excited about that. Also, I'm working on trying to get new software, video editing software. That way I can start making my own intro video. We'll see how that goes. Been watching a lot more videos online lately of pickup videos and just regular videos of video gamingness, and there's a couple of people online I like to make a shout out to that I'm watching your videos, I like your intros, and hopefully I'll be able to take a lesson from what I see and make my own. First one I want to mention is Metal Jesus. I love your intro video. I assume from what I see in your videos, you're doing your own music by way of using the guitar. I find that really fascinating that you're able to mix it in like that. Another guy I like watching is, once again, Ed T. He really don't do much. He doesn't do too much with intro videos, but his gaming room setup in his basement is a little bit nicer than what I got going on here. For as he has a giant wall of games behind him. I don't know what you would call that behind me. Just a regular room setup. But now I'm just getting completely off the topic right now, and I'm going to get going before I start babbling on too much more. Maybe I'll just do another video on this babbling topic. But thank you guys for watching. I'll be doing my Thursday pickup video. I got a half dozen, maybe a dozen games to show you guys, and we'll just take it from there. You guys have a good night, have a good safe week. Once again, I know I didn't mention it at the beginning of the video, I'll just mention it at the end. Just remembering all those we lost on September 11th, 2001, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.